Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 with Waking the Tiger DLC. I am Sabouts, joined again by Commissar Roach.
Hello.
We are in a very heated civil war.
Yeah, it's been, we've already had some decisive moments. We've been able to break through the center line of the with the Southern Army. We have a hole, but we are currently being delayed because of counterattacks in Nuremberg, whatever. And we also had a decisive naval engagement against the Nazi fleet. But as we found out, some of our fleet made it out.
We did. We had a few ships that actually escaped.
We have our 2 light cruisers, which were actually the most advanced ships in the fleet, and 1 destroyer make it out, plus the 4 subs, which we think is much better than the Nazi fleet, because I think everything of theirs got destroyed. Yeah,
we actually believe that there is a huge potential we may own the Baltic Sea now and have naval superiority. If we look at the details,
like if you click the enemy country, click their flag in the pop-up, you'll be able to go to the details tab, and that will tell you what we know according to our intelligence rating. And right now it says they have 9 ships total, they estimate, which means it's only subs because they had 9 subs make it off of that engagement.
Oh yeah, so we actually, we're pretty confident that we did take out their entire navy.
Yep, their surface fleet is gone. All they have left are the U-boats. So let's unpause and keep going. Looks like Southern Army is starting to open up that gap we made a little bit.
Yep, they're actually starting to kind of get that, which is pretty important. We talked a little bit off camera about that, but if we can sever this southern portion from the northern portion of Eastern Germany, we're gonna be able to cut supplies and just kind of bleed them out.
Yeah, which is huge, especially in the south here, because especially like around Munich is just mountains and hills.
Yeah,
which is horrible to fight in.
Yeah, it'll become a straight battle of attrition for both sides, but if we cut their supplies off, there's no way that we can't come out the victor in it.
Yep. Okay, our fleets are back. We have 7 subs total now. And we have 2 light cruisers, 2 destroyers. We'll keep the normal fleet, the surface fleet, kind of just around there, just in that Wilhelmshaven naval yard. But the subs, I think we should send out again and do convoy raiding in the Baltic.
Yep, I agree.
Baltic and Eastern North Sea, and there they go. The 4 ships left of our surface fleet will just hold there. Okay, you can see we've been pushed back towards Hanover in their counterattack. Because you can see that the bold black line was the original border.
Okay.
Around Magdeburg.
Yep, so they are pushing a little bit.
A little bit, but they've left a hole open, so I'm going to exploit that with a couple of spare troops we have just to the north. Oh, looks like they spotted it.
Just filled it. Yeah.
But we have superiority there.
Yeah, that's the big thing that's helping us. We actually have air superiority over there. We don't have it down in the south still, but it's better than it was.
We're killing them 1 for 1. And our bombers are still enacting damage on enemy units as well. So they're still getting through. They're not able to close us out completely from the skies.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I'd say even if we lost a little bit in the north, they're losing a lot more in the south.
Like, I already see them starting to divert troops to the south. They're starting to pull units off from the northern line to the southern line.
Which is good, because now we can take advantage of that if they start creating pockets.
Yeah, I'm just hoping. I've got a couple of units that I spotted. There's an opening in their line. I'm trying to push through and keeping them from plugging gaps. I want to get through this line. What isn't helping is that we are on a deficit of rifles. And everything else.
Ah.
Actually, artillery is probably the best thing we have right now, and because we're only missing 9 artillery pieces.
Oh yeah, everything else, the rifle deficit's really bad.
Yeah, that means there's 11.
There's 11,000 soldiers out there with no guns. They're just brave souls. Just pick up the rifle of the man next to you.
Brave souls going to town. What was that? Oh, we lost. Nuremberg's probably gonna fall. One of the unit in there got pushed back. I'm trying to plug up the gap with another unit. I'm taking a bit of micro, so if I'm not, so you can do the same if you spot anything. I trust you.
Yep. I'm watching. I'm watching closely. I'm watching you move units too, which is helping. Yeah, they're pushing up north a little bit now.
Yeah, I gotta counterattack. Get somebody in Hamburg. We have to south. We gotta get. That's the thing. We have to bait them in the south, so that we can then redeploy those units to the northern front.
Ha, nice. I did manage to get a pocket up here in the north.
Oh, you did? Well, it's not a pocket yet, but it's close.
It's close. Yep. It's good usually to cut off units, right? If you can cut them off.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If they retreat from a battle and they go back, they can get resupplied with new weapons and men. But if they're stuck in a in a pocket, they are no longer reinforced, and they don't get like if you kill something in a battle and then you push them back, they can just come back. But if you kill something in a pocket, it doesn't come back, and they're gone forever. And they have to build a new unit,
completely destroyed, essentially. Yeah, because they can't retreat. They have no escape.
Exactly.
I'm trying to do that to these 3 units up here.
Yeah, I can see the 1 mountain division and the two infantry divisions.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're being the back of their assailants being kind of held by 1 SS Sturm Brigade, which are slowly making some headway. How's the south doing? Okay, I got somebody in Nuremberg.
Okay, awesome. So we actually didn't lose that.
We didn't lose it. We got pushed out. But they found that's the thing. We got stopped in Nuremberg.
Now, do you actually, if you hold Nuremberg, do you get any type of bonuses for being inside?
Yeah, Nuremberg's a urban territory, which means enemy attack is 75. It's 70%, so it decreases the attack by a bit.
Okay, I figured. You're talking street to street fighting. That's some rough.
Yeah, especially in this time period.
That's some rough. I couldn't even imagine.
Okay. Yeah, they shifted a lot of troops down south. That should probably open up a little bit of something for the north here.
Yeah, they moved the bulk of the army down there. I think that they were. Oh, Italy actually won against Ethiopia. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, July 9th, 1936.
Wow.
Never gonna let you live that down.
Way to be historical, Italy. What a bunch of losers.
That's something we're also gonna have to deal with at some point. Italy.
Italy, yeah, I know.
Fascist.
They're not gonna like us.
The great betrayers of the Great War.
They're not gonna like us after this.
I don't think that's the thing though. Is Hitler never really liked Mussolini, anyways.
He didn't. No, it was mainly just. It
was convenience.
Exactly. You know,
it was an alliance of convenience.
You know, Hitler just it was a convenience thing. I mean, he wasn't gonna not ally with Italy. He was already fighting the whole world. Had to find some sort of middle ground with somebody. It just happened to be a guy who really likes crackers. That's
crackers and milk. Did you look that up, by the way?
I did. Yeah, I thought that was the most. I read it. I was reading about it. I just think it's the most bizarre. It seems like it's not even real, but it is. Here we are.
Yeah. Yep. If you don't know what we're talking about, essentially, it's well known that Mussolini, when he was in power, essentially he went on a certain diet, if you want to call it that. It definitely wasn't beneficial. But he essentially, all he ate was crackers and milk. And that's true. He only ate crackers and milk.
I just don't understand. I mean, there's so many different ways to go on a diet.
Right, we got construction. It's good.
Boy, what are we thinking now, though?
Excavation.
Ah, yep. Resource gain efficiency.
It'll give us more resources in our own territory.
You got it. Nice.
Yeah, I may be a bit quick on those, but it's just because, sometimes it's pretty easy to just spot what we're going to do. Yeah,
exactly. We actually got believe it or not, we have a surplus in artillery.
We do, well, because we're making more than we're losing, because you don't lose a lot of artillery in normal fighting.
Yeah, if you're fighting right, you shouldn't lose a lot of artillery.
Yeah, you shouldn't lose artillery when you're fighting. If you do, something's wrong. Something's very wrong.
You're doing it. Put the artillery in the front.
See, that's a joke, but actually in World War I, that was a strategy. When tanks became common, the Germans would actually deploy some of their smaller artillery pieces, like their mid-range or short-range artillery, to the front and use them as anti-tank guns.
Oh, anti-tank guns, yeah, right up in the front there. I mean, what else? You didn't really have any type of... I mean, you had anti-tank guns, but it was...
rifles.
Yeah.
But even those were rare. So, like a quick-firing 3-inch gun or something is basically an anti-tank gun. The only difference is it's not sighted for that firing, so you have to have like experienced.
Yeah, conveniently during World War I mean, most guns were at least anti-infantry inside the tank guns, because tanks weren't built very.
They weren't built like tanks back then.
It was very. It was like
as we consider them,
shooting through paper with most weapons. Yeah, they weren't like nowadays where it's like 1 foot thick tungsten steel armor.
Have you heard? Like, have you seen the new Russian tank they unveiled?
I don't. Nope, I haven't. I have seen the new Germany introduced a new type of tank. I guess it might have been last year actually, but I haven't seen the Russian one. No.
Unmanned turret.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Completely automated turret. Everybody's inside of the crew compartment in the chassis.
Very cool. The U.S. is doing a lot of stuff like that now.
Anything to get rid of the Abrams. I would be happy.
It's been around for a while, hasn't it?
Well, it's been around for a while. It's also objectively a shit tank.
Yeah.
Like
compare
it with a Leopard.
Yeah.
Compare it with a Leopard 2. Like, just like if you talk to a maintenance crew that work on an Abrams, they hate it because it's like, hey, we got to replace the engine part. Well, okay, let's knock off 8 hours and we're going to disassemble the engine.
Yeah. Just rip the whole tank apart, change one piece.
Because I mean, that's the thing. It's like a Leopard. It's super simple to replace things because you could just take the engine out totally, like as a single piece.
Yeah, that's a big difference when you pivot everything out to the lowest bidder. We can do it for so much cheaper. We're gonna use paper clips and chewing gum to put it together, but it's gonna be so cheap for you.
Yeah, let's do that. Makes sense. But it's a fun fact. I guess it's not really that fun, but it's a fact.
I don't know. I found it fun.
The United States has never stopped producing main battle tanks, or essentially like combat tanks, since the end of World War II.
Oh.
Not a single day has gone by where a tank has not rolled off the assembly line.
That's a lot of tanks. I forget. Yeah. Actually, at one point I did know the number of tanks that were in active duty use, but I can't remember now. But it was just some ridiculously stupid number of tanks. Like, it was insane.
Well, because they consider the ones that are in the middle of a desert that are just waiting to be sold or to use in active duty because they're being maintained.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just some ridiculous amount of tanks.
Yeah, because nobody wants to buy them.
Yeah.
Because I can just buy a Leopard for half the price and get 2 of them for the same.
Yeah, and they're better in terms
yeah.
of maintenance and
Yeah, and also engines, like a
efficiency.
Fuel economy. We have a new Focus to pick up.
Plus, yeah, did you get the leadership purges in the Soviet Union?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
I clicked off of it because I've seen that pop up.
Yeah, it's just basically talking about...
Yeah, he purged a lot of people from the military.
Yeah, basically just talking about Stalin being a fantastic leader is all I saw there.
It'll work well for the Winter War. So which one do we... What focus tree do we want? Or
Boy,
what new focus
yeah.
do we want?
So we did the Army Innovations. I guess we could go... Let's see, what else do we got over here?
The naval rearmament.
Yeah, that's not a bad...
Air Innovations as well.
I'm leaning towards Air Innovations or... Probably not naval, because we're pretty confident that we destroyed their fleet, right? So we're probably not going to...
Yeah, fairly confident.
Probably should work on Air Innovations. We're not having too much luck in the south with air anyways, so...
Okay. Pick that one up then. Alright, and...
We do still have Nuremberg, though, and we are pushing towards Munich now. We're not too far away. I still have not been able...
There's a big river.
This
big river is stopping us because we have to cross it every time we want to try and support an attack, which is hurting a lot. There's also these 3 SS divisions in this mountain in the south that is just like holding the flank.
Oh my god, I know. Line. I've been watching that. Like that's the one part of the line that has not budged yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, those units in the south, I'd really like to see them push Munich, right, or the ones right below the river, but I don't think it's going to happen without support from that one unit that keeps trying to cross the river. I still can't get these infantry divisions up here cut off for the life of me.
Well, they're holding. That's the thing, is half of them you can't necessarily support an attack from the south. Yeah. Because you have the river crossing.
Exactly.
Which destroys the attack. That and almost everybody up here is a severe deficit on guns.
Oh my god. We got like we're still 11,000 deficit in guns, but plus 11 infantry or the artillery.
No, plus 10 now. We lost one.
Ah, damn it.
Probably in a mud somewhere. Oh,
yeah.
We got we did break through in the south a little bit.
Ah, look at that. Look at that push. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
We've almost got the south completely cut off.
Instead of going for the cutoff, I'm going to try and expand this. I don't want it to just be this little line going through. It's too easy to cut it off from there.
Yeah, exactly, because it would just take one push from them to sever it again. And we don't want any of our units to get trapped if we can help it.
No, because we don't have the ability to replace a lot of them. That's the problem. You have 3 divisions in training right now that we could deploy if we need to. Like, they won't be trained, they'll be green. But they're what's left of that original order we put in.
I'd be curious to see what the Nazi Germany's like manpower and everything looks like in terms of...
We can tell that by the details page.
Can we actually see that?
It gives us a range because we don't have really good...
let me see, where is the details page exactly?
Click one of their territories, click their flag, which is the one with the iron, the battle flag, and then go to the details tab. So it'll start on the diplomacy tab.
Ah, got it.
Go to details.
Got it, okay.
And it's the bottom right-hand corner stat that is like the men. So they have 47.6 thousand to 65.2 thousand.
Oh, so we've got way more manpower.
Yeah, we have way more, because they have the more industrial base, but we have the more popular.
Yeah.
Like, we have the more populated area, they have the more industrial areas.
Okay. But we're not going to bleed out that manpower for a while.
No, because actually we can check the war that we're in right now, which is right underneath the red phone. And we've taken 53,000 casualties. They've taken 78,000 casualties.
Oh, well, they have lost a lot. I mean, we can definitely be taking more casualties. They really can't afford it as much.
Yeah.
We're feeling a lot more... Oh, we gave... actually, we're about the same in manpower, or fielded manpower. Pretty close.
Yeah, fairly close. Okay, we're attacking Munich directly.
All right, this is gonna be a pretty big one actually. This is pretty decisive. It was looking dodgy there in the south for a bit, but I think we're gonna pull it off now.
Yeah, and then once this is done, we can hopefully...
And now we're across the river.
Yeah, and then once this is done, we can hopefully retarget the attack to the north. Try and sweep up along the Czech border.
Yeah.
And into Leipzig.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And we haven't really lost a whole lot of territory in the north, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's just one like line of a couple of provinces, and they weren't that important.
Yeah, they've definitely taken much more of a beating in the south.
Yeah. Still not winning the air war, though. It's a problem.
We're still losing that, huh? Yep, we are.
Yeah, well, we're spread out. We have much more territory to cover. They don't. I think. That's what I'm going to say. That's
that made, hey, you know what? That made me feel good, so... I kind of looked at it. I was like, you know what? He's right.
We got more people to cover, and we care about our people.
We do.
That's a good one.
You know what? And it shows, too, because we actually had less manpower loss, so we're doing something right.
Yeah, the thing that's really bleeding us with the manpower is this attack in the south, in these mountains near Munich, is just, they're just grinding.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially against those 3 SS are just... I mean, I don't know how we're gonna break that anytime soon.
Cut them off from supply.
That'll be the only way, yeah. Just wait till they run out.
Crap, we have a breakthrough in the center. Alright, I'm gonna deploy those 3 units that are in the training as green units.
Okay.
Just to help sop up that breakthrough we have in the south, or in the center of our line, southern half of the northern army.
Yep, I see it, and you're just going to kind of put them around it so that way they can't keep pushing.
Yeah.
They're making a straight beeline to Frankfurt there.
Trying to. We had a break in the line. We'll have the tanks attack that one unit at the end of this area, just to make sure they can't get any units through, and then we'll try and push out this one infantry division that's there. Ooh, gotta pop up. Nazi expulsion takes heavy toll in Opsenbirner. It's close as we're gonna get, ladies and gentlemen. We finally managed to seize control of Opernbaner.
Nice.
But fighting has been severe. The Nazis have grown ever more fanatical and desperate as we advance. Often fighting surrounding. Okay, yes, it's the same message.
It's the same one. Okay.
The same message. Same amount of damage has been placed on the entirety of the region.
That's because we took Munich.
Yeah. Essentially, once we take the majority of the provinces in an area, we control that area then.
We're actually about to cut off that south there. It's very close.
Yeah, that's why I'm attacking straight south from Munich. They've got a very low strength unit there.
Then we can finally bleed out those 3 SS that have been a nightmare this whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. They've got this sliver of territory on the Czech border. Just need to get through to it. I also like to push them out from Nuremberg. Get like at least like a 1 province buffer around it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't like them attacking it directly.
They're really trying to push still. They've got a Panzer division and 3 SS and 2 infantry divisions all pushing at once.
Yeah, but they're attacking into... Yeah, it's 5... That's 5 infantry divisions and a Panzer division. That is a lot. But they're attacking into a city, which is really blunting their attack.
Yeah. Which is a good thing that we have the city. I wouldn't want to be the one trying to do that attack.
Okay, we've taken... Well, we've
nice.
Pushed out from Munich, so now we're just attacking into this territory here.
So now those ones that are cut off down there, they're going to start... I mean, they're not going to be able to resupply, correct?
Correct. They'll start attritioning out.
Yeah, they're trying to move into Munich right now.
Yeah, I've got a.
Yeah, motorized.
Yeah, motorized.
Yep, I see him.
There we go. That's a good use of motorized because they're so quick.
Yeah, he moved right in and secured that as soon as he was moving. I saw him going. I was getting ready to move troops. Those SS trying to move out as well now, but they don't really know.
They don't got anywhere to really go.
Yep. Ooh, concentrated industry.
Concentrated industry.
Nice.
Okay, so next thing we should probably do is in engineering. There's a mechanical computing tech. Gives another further +3 to our research time, or negative. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the mechanical computer. Yep, I got it there. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
That's a good one to take, and our artillery's almost done as well. Okay, South's doing well. South's doing well.
South's doing really well. It'll be good to have that all cut off. I feel like there's a lot of forces down there that are tied up, and once the South is secure, there's not as much frontage, so that's a lot of forces just reinforce. I mean, your plan is to kind of follow the Czech border, right? All the way around?
Yeah, what I want to do is I want to get around to the point where we kind of, like, the plan is to hug the Czech border directly, and then sneak around the main Nazi line to Leipzig, kind of behind the line.
Okay.
And then push up along the river of Dresden into Berlin.
Okay.
Want to try and bypass the main defense to hit them from behind.
Yeah. And that
so we just got artillery. I'm thinking maybe our doctrine, because now we have the bonus to the we have the 50% bonus to our research time on the doctrine.
I think so too. Organization. So what's the organization give us?
Just the organization bar is +15 of what it is right now. So it goes down slower. Or it takes longer for it to go down to a certain level where they can't fight anymore. Look at those 3 SS divisions.
I know, they're finally surrounded and they're still just holding out that maximum
now it's
attrition.
only 2.
Well, they got a
50%,
50%, almost 50% attrition.
Yep. This is actually what Hitler wanted during the end of the war. Before he killed himself, his orders and his plan was to have the SS take to the Austrian Alps.
Yeah. And
fight a guerrilla campaign.
Oh.
They had actually loaded up multiple arms factories into boxcars, and they were and they had areas in the mountains that were carved out of old mines and stuff like that to continue producing weapons.
They're just gonna keep fighting a guerrilla campaign for as long as they could.
Yep.
Just to be a nuisance.
Just to keep the country is what they were gonna do, but but they essentially. They didn't really work out that well. After Hitler died, essentially the cult of personality just didn't allow for these guys to keep fighting. They just gave up.
Yeah, it just all kind of folded in after that. There was really no...
there wasn't any other person to take over after Hitler died, so they kind of just gave up. But the funny thing is that a lot of these factories were still in the boxcars. So there was a good amount of prototype last-ditch weaponry was found in these cars unassembled.
No way.
And they were assembled after the war, so a lot of these delayed blowback machine pistols and stripped down versions of a Sturmgewehr and things like that, they were unassembled and they were made by the Allies after the war to kind of test them and see how good they were, and get info on them.
Yeah,
that's kind of what they were doing.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Also, you can tell, you can tell the SS were planning on guerrilla war because one of the last battles of the war, which is also one of the weirdest battles of the war, the Battle of Castle Ritter, was carried out by an SS division. Do you know about it?
I don't know anything about that one. No.
Okay, it's the one time in World War II where Wehrmacht troops and U.S. troops fought together. side by side.
Really?
Yep. A couple of I think it was 4 Wehrmacht troops. So I think it was 3 enlisted men and 1 officer, and a defecting SS troop.
Huh.
Were helping. Essentially, the Castle Ritter was a place where French VIPs were being held.
Yeah.
Like former prime minister, funny enough, a tennis star, a couple of mistresses of a prime minister, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Were being held. The SS abandoned the castle, but they were planning to come back, kill the VIPs, and then leave.
Okay.
And these Wehrmacht troops knew that, and the SS troop knew that, went and defected, told these U.S. troops, and essentially the U.S. troops had a couple of these, surrendered Wehrmacht guys, and they kind of came with, and to help. They were operating around the area as a way of defending against the SS reprisals against the Austrians in the area, kind of as their own local police force, but they helped the Americans. And so these Americans, which I think were part of the 3rd Armored, I don't know, they were part of an armored division, came to the castle, and they had a Sherman. And I think it was a total of 20 guys or something like that. They were in the castle, and they freed the VIPs, but then the Wehrmacht laid siege, essentially. They were in the forest around the town, and around the castle, and they knew it, so they prepared to defend. And these Wehrmacht troops and these Americans fought alongside of each other against, I think, about 200 SS troops. And they held out. The tank was destroyed, I think, because I don't remember how it was destroyed, but it was destroyed in the castle gates where they had it set up as a defense point.
Huh.
And the former tennis star actually jumped the wall of the castle and then on foot ran to a nearby American unit and got them to come and relieve the defenders of Castle Ritter.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is the one time in World War II where Wehrmacht troops and U.S. troops fought alongside each other, and they fought them against the SS.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool, though. I had no idea. Now I'm gonna actually have to go read up on that more too.
Okay, we lost Munich. There was a counterattack.
Yeah. I'm actually pushing units back there.
Yeah, it's an interesting little thing. I'm actually so surprised that there hasn't been a Hollywood movie made out of it. Doesn't it sound?
It sounds it sounds like something that should be. This should be a movie.
Yeah,
because
right?
It's so out of the whole entire war. It's so bizarre and unique.
Yeah, because nobody knows that. Nobody's been taught that.
Yeah. It's so cool to sometimes read up on a lot of that stuff because there's so many battles and so many unique things that happen that you can't really cover. They can't really spend enough time covering or teaching in schools and everything. Unless
it's such a small part of the overall thing that you need to know. So people kind of just teachers glance over it because you can't cover it. You just can't cover it.
There's so much. There was so much going on. You just couldn't possibly cover it all unless you take a dedicated class. Once you get into university and everything, take a dedicated... Yeah,
like a Civil War course or something like that where you learn all the things about that. But even then, I don't think a lot of them cover a lot of that stuff. It's such a...
there should be a dedicated class just covering battles throughout history that are really unique in some fashion.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be an interesting little
I'd take that class. That'd be pretty cool. Just unique history tidbits,
Yeah. That's actually kind of the things I love about just learning is all the interesting little bits that you never get taught.
Yeah.
So when I found out about the Battle of Castle Ritter, it was amazing. And actually, I found out about it, and I, as a history kind of buff, I kind of I feel bad that this is how I had to find out about it, but I learned about it because of a Sabouts song.
Oh.
Because they have a song in their recent... so we actually have the Spanish Civil War just happened.
Oh, nice.
But they have a song in their latest album called The Last Battle. And it's about the Battle of Castle Ritter.
Oh, so then you looked it up. That's how you actually read it.
That's how I was like, well, this seems kind of weird. What? And I looked it up. And yeah, it's got a Wikipedia article, everything. And apparently, it's not a Hollywood movie, but there is a movie being made though there hasn't been any updates on it for like a year. But it's supposedly being released sometime in 2018 about this battle.
Oh, cool.
So I would love to see that.
Ooh, I actually managed to. My plan worked to cut off that SS and infantry division up in the northern part.
Nice.
So now we can just...
So only 2, but so one of them got out. But that's still good. That's still 2 divisions gone. Once you reduce them down, that's all those divisions from that area can be redeployed to the main line.
Yes, exactly.
And you've reduced them by 2 divisions, which is good.
So that worked out great. They did make that push in the south there, which was... it was alright. It was a noble effort.
Yeah, it was noble, but we've been able to use that because they redeployed troops to the south to retake Munich.
Exactly.
To cut off the entire area.
And now
we have a pop-up now. Australia severs ties with Britain. In a hotly contested vote, a small majority of Australian Parliament decided the country should leave the British Empire. The last few remnants of British legal rule have been declared null and void. John Curtin has already signed the decision into law, thereby bypassing the long-standing legal tradition of royal assent by being granted by the Governor-General, turning Australia into a fully sovereign state. No longer part of the Commonwealth.
Fantastic.
And I'm just going to choose... There's a focus here that just gives us better for excavation and it's essentially just a kind of a freebie focus.
Okay.
Not dealing with the military, because there's a lot of others that deal with decisions. That way we just get something there.
Yeah, I see it. Yep. And
pick that.
And we're over on time a little bit.
Oh, we are. Wow.
Yeah, no problem though. That's all right. It's great to get kind of occasional bonus long episodes. That's good. That means we're having fun. I mean, we're pretty...
discussion on history was probably what put us over.
Yeah, it was that, and then I think we're pretty focused. I mean, the war's doing really good. We've now severed that southern portion. We just got to get Munich back under control. But other than that, I mean, it's not...
The problem is the south, we don't have enough troops.
Yeah, we're going to have to...
spread thin. We might have to divert some troops from the current push on the Czech border to the southern front.
Yep.
We have 15 in the top, 7 in the bottom, so we might want to reverse
we're going to free up some of these troops up here once you get these 2 divisions taken out, so that'll be nice. There's a good group of troops around that.
Might want to think about making an assault plan or an offensive plan for North Army. Maybe maybe along... You see that river that's to the west of Berlin?
Yes.
Maybe the northern stretch of that river, around Magdeburg.
Yep.
An assault just there to the riverbank.
Okay.
Then you can hold the defensive line at the riverbank.
Exactly. It's going to make it very tough for them to cross and get to us. And we can hold that and hold that city.
Yeah, it also increases the space between the 2 lines of the south and their western half, which decreases their chances of reconnecting.
Yep. I agree. That'd be a good idea. And then we'll probably set all that up as soon as we get these 2 divisions taken care of and we get those troops resituated on the line there.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us. We do hope that you guys all enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Bye.